Reb Hirsch of Rimanov was a great tzaddik. There is a story about him that his parents died when he was young, and he was sent to work by a shoemaker in order to learn how to become a shoemaker. When he was 15 years old, he thought to himself, "What am I doing here? This is not the purpose of life." So he left to become a student of Reb Mendel of Rimanov. There's a story about the time when he first came to Reb Mendel and there was no one there to make the Rebbe's bed. So Reb Hirsch made the bed. Reb Mendel asked, "Who made my bed?" Reb Hirsch was very afraid, because the greater the tzaddik is, the more broken-hearted he is, and the more humble he is. So Reb Hirsch was embarrassed, and he answered, "I set the bed because the servant wasn't around." Reb Mendel replied, "From now on you are going to be my helper, and I will pass all my wisdom to you." He was a great soul. When Reb Hirsch was Meshudach with the holy Rebbe Yisrael of Rizhin, of whom the great rabbis of the generation said about him that he was like a king. He was totally like a king. He was an aspect of King David. So when the Rizhiner was marrying off one of his children, the custom was that you mention all the lineage from all the generations. The Zohar in Parshat Pinchas asks, what is the reason that the Torah writes all the yichas? Pinchas, the son of Elazar, the son of Aaron, the Kohen. The Holy Zohar says that when someone is making a connection with someone else, he should tell him his lineage. So when Hashem wanted to connect himself with Pinchas for generations, he mentioned Pinchas's lineage. When the Rizhiner asked his mechutim, Reb Hirsch, to say his lineage, Reb Hirsch said simply, "My parents, my father and my mother are simple and innocent people, but they taught me one thing. Something that's new, don't destroy it. And what's old, make sure you fix it." The Rizhiner then said, "That's all. You don't have to say any more of your lineage." The meaning of this saying is that the Creator gives everyone a new soul daily, nice and clean. We should try our best not to destroy it. And what we have done wrong before, we just need to fix. It says in the duties of the heart that a person should reach the level that if he is being praised or disgraced, it should make no difference to him. At the engagement party that we're talking about, when the Rizhiner wrote Reb Hirsch's name with the added title of Man of God, Holy Man, Reb Hirsch read it with no difference of impression. He wasn't impressed by the fact that he wrote about himself that he was a holy and a man of God. That's how great he was. Through this, we could understand what the Gemara says in Sanhedrin. The Gemara says that anyone who sanctifies the month in the right time receives the face of the Shekhinah. It says in the Shulchan Aruch that we should go outside to sanctify the month. We have to understand why it is so that it is as if you receive the face of the Shekhinah. Not everyone merits to see a godly revelation. Our forefathers spoke with the Creator all the time, but we see that even Yaakov, our forefather, was blessed by God and Hashem promised to protect him, but when he was coming back, he was afraid that there will be a hidden face of God. Meaning, not everyone merits to see the Shekhinah, but everyone is able to see the Creator's power, the personal supervision. Anyone, if one just wants, is able to see the private supervision of the Creator that is revealed every day. Abraham, our forefather, went out and saw the sun shining, so he asked, "Can it be that there is a fire lit in a house, and no one is in charge of the house? For sure there must be a master to the whole world." The tzaddikim explained that one who gets caught by a king of flesh and blood gets judged and punished. But Abraham said, "Here I am walking around for years and no one caught me. How can that be?" So the Creator peeked out at him and told him, "I am the master and the ruler of the world, and I don't just catch anyone. Sometimes I wait a while. I have a precise calculation for every individual." The first thing he saw is that the sun is coming up. So he understood that there is a renewer to the creation, and it's not like some say that God created the world and left. Rather, he is renewing the creation at every moment. Like we see that we are breathing all the time, meaning there is a renewal at every present moment. We merit every month to bless the moon, which until the middle of the month grows and then until the end of the month shrinks. And then it gets renewed again. So that's what it means, that all who bless the moon on the right time are as if that they receive the face of the Shekhinah, because he believes that God is renewing the creation at every moment, and that is the beauty and great joy on Rosh Chodesh. the beginning of the month. Rosh Chodesh Kislev, the beginning of Kislev, is even more joyful because it's a month of light. And we have Chanukat. And we have Chanukat on Kislev, which arouses the ability of every Jew to wake up. At the time of the Chanukat story, the Greeks, with their contamination and their wisdoms, took the Emunah away from us, and they knew that it is this that will be the key to destroy the Jewish nation for generations. The exile of the Greeks is called by our sages darkness, because they darken our eyes to think that we don't have a connection with God. And just like the moon on Rosh Chodesh is completely dark and slowly it increases, so too a soul, even if it is totally in the darkness, it could start shining. The Maggid of Kozhnez explains the verse which says, Avraham Avinu believed in Hashem and considered it as a tzedakah, meaning that Avraham Avinu considered the fact that Hashem gave him the ability to believe in him as a kindness, and he thanked God for the fact that he was a believer, for the fact that he had Emunah. May God bless all of us with complete Emunah. Amen.